The Curassow is a critically endangered bird that lives only in the high-altitude tropical forests of the Cerros del Sierra mountain range in central Peru. It's proven nearly as elusive as it is rare. Scientists first described the species in the 1970s, but wouldn't observe the bird again for another 3 decades. But now, an expedition to the Cerros del Sierra has captured the first ever camera trap footage of the Curassow to be made publicly available. We were shocked by the incredible results that we found. Andrew Whitworth, a researcher from the University of Glasgow who was part of the expedition, told reporters. He added, "One of the coolest things is that crowdfunding supported a third of the expedition funding, along with the Royal Geographical Society Neville Shulman Challenge Award." Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at what scientists captured in Peru that stunned them. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. Whitworth and team cite previous research that found there could be as few as 250 mature adult Curassows alive right now, and their population is in decline due to habitat destruction and being hunted for meat. Prior to this footage, there has only ever been one photograph of the bird available to the public. The expedition, led by biologists from the University of Glasgow, as well as the University of Exeter, used 22 camera traps to capture the footage, and the Curassow wasn't their only big find. The team also captured the first hard evidence that Andean spectacled bears lived in the Sierra Communal Reserve, established in 2001 to protect the unique biodiversity of the isolated Cerros del Sierra range. The Andean spectacled bear is listed as a vulnerable threatened species on the IUCN Red List, and the closest it's previously been known to inhabit is some 100 kilometers away. The biologists say that represents an increase in the bear's range of up to 540,000 hectares, enough habitat for around 325 adults. The hidden cameras also captured 30 species of mammals, including jaguars, giant anteaters, Brazilian tapirs, and pumas, plus 145 species of birds, 41 species of amphibians, 10 species of lizards, and 7 species of snakes. 2 of the lizards and 3 of the frogs are believed to be new species unknown to science. The result of our expedition and these incredible videos highlight the importance of the Sierra Communal Reserve in maintaining biodiversity in the region. Dr. Chris Byrne of the University of Exeter said in a statement, "Scientific investigations by the International Interdisciplinary Team, led by Gabriel Prieto of the Universidad Nacional de Trujillo and John Verano of Tulane University, are ongoing. The work is supported by grants from the National Geographic Society. While incidents of human sacrifice among the Aztec, Maya, and Inca have been recorded in colonial-era Spanish chronicles and documented in modern scientific excavations, the discovery of a large-scale child sacrifice event in the little-known pre-Columbian Chimu civilization is unprecedented in the Americas, if not the entire world. The sacrifice site, formerly known as Huanchacuito, Las Lamas, is located on a low bluff just 1,000 feet from the sea amid a growing spread of cinder block residential compounds in Peru's northern Huanchaco district. Less than half a mile to the east of the site is the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Chanchan, the ancient Chimu administrative center, and beyond its walls, the modern provincial capital of Trujillo. At its peak, the Chimu Empire controlled a 600-mile-long territory along the Pacific coast and interior valleys from the modern Peru-Ecuador border to Lima. The investigators believe that all of the human and animal victims were ritually killed in a single event, based on the evidence from a dried mud layer found in the eastern, least distributed part of the 7,500 square foot site. They believe the mud layer once covered the entire sandy dune where the ritual took place, and it was disturbed during the preparation of the burial pits and the subsequent sacrifice event. Archaeologists discovered the footprints of sandaled adults, dogs, barefoot children, and young llamas preserved in the mud layer, with deep skid marks illustrating where reluctant four-legged offerings may have been forcibly coaxed to their end. An analysis of the footprints may also enable the archaeologists to reconstruct the ritual procession. It appears that a group of children and llamas were led to the site from the north and south edges of the bluff, meeting in the center of the site, where they should have been sacrificed and buried. The bodies of a few children and animals were simply left in the wet mud. The mass sacrifice of only children and young llamas took place at Las Lamas, however, appears to be a phenomenon previously unknown in the archaeological record, and it immediately raises the question, what would motivate the Chimu to commit such an act? Prieto concedes that this is often the first question he encounters when he shares his research at Las Lamas with scientific colleagues and the local community. When people hear about what happened and the scale of it, the first thing they always ask is why. The layer of mud found during excavations may provide a clue, says the researchers, who suggest that it was the result of severe rain and flooding on the generally arid coastline, and probably associated with a climate event related to El Nino. The scientific team investigating the Las Llamas sacrifices is now undertaking the painstaking work of unraveling the life histories of the victim, such as who they were and where they may have come from. Although it is difficult to determine sex based on skeletal remains at such a young age, preliminary DNA analysis indicates that both boys and girls were victims. An isotopic analysis indicates that they were not all drawn from local populations, but likely came from different ethnic groups and regions of the Chimu Empire. Evidence for cranial modification, practiced in some highland areas at the time, also supports the idea that children were brought to the coast from farther-flung areas of the Chimu influence. Since the discovery at Las Llamas, the research team has discovered archaeological evidence around the Huanchaco for similar, contemporaneous mass child llama sacrifice sites, which are the subject of ongoing scientific investigation with the support of the National Geographic Society. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.